What is up, guys? I am Big D, and this is Big D's All Things Lions, Episode 3. Let's go! What is going on, guys? Welcome to Episode 3 of Big D's All Things Lions. A lot of things happening around the NFL today, a lot of Lions news, so let's dive right into it. First off, we'll put some players on the PUP list. The good thing is that they can come off the PUP list anytime during training camp, the physically unable to perform list. Taylor Decker, that's a big one. One deck out there. He's dealing with some stuff last year. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see what his injuries are. Training camp does start in a couple days. I'm sure we'll get an update on that. Khalil Dorsey, kind of to be expected. He broke his leg last year, late in the season last year. So we'll see when we get Dorsey back. Good special teams player for us. Miles Frazier, that is a big one. Guard we drafted out of LSU. So kind of need a guy like that to get his feet under him, kind of get as many reps as he can. Battling out on the offensive line because there is still some remaining questions on the offensive line of who's going to start. Ali McNeil, Malcolm Rodriguez, kind of the same boat. They both tore their ACLs right around the same time. They're expected to be out until November, per Dan Campbell. When we get them back, that'll be good. Obviously, they make plays. Obviously, they're a big part of the team and what we do on defense. Wingo, he's another one. Drafted him last year. Really another guy that needs to get some reps. He did play in some games last year. Didn't really have much of an impact, so he was looking to have a big preseason and training camp. Like I said before, they can be activated anytime. The NFI list, non-football injury list, they have to pass a physical before they can come back. Josh Pascal, he's had some issues in the past with health issues. So we'll see. He's another one that really has kind of had an up and down injury history. We'll see what he does. He's another one that needs reps. He needs time. He needs to make plays, be out there on the field during the preseason games, and obviously training camp. Stanley Thomas-Oliver, he's a guy we carried through last year, brought into the practice squad. He's another one that could really get some value from some reps and stuff like that, and just being out there for the preseason and the training camp. The big one here is Levi Owens-Enrique, former second-round draft pick out of 2021. He's missing all of preseason, all of training camp, and the first 4 games of the season. He's another one that's kind of had some injury problems throughout his career. Last year, though, he did play in 17 games. So hopefully when he comes back, he's ready to go. He did have some issues with his back in the past, so hopefully that's not that flaring up again for him. And that is a big blow because we did just sign him to a 1-year, $5.5 million deal. Kind of prove it deal, like, hey, prove that you can stay healthy, prove that you can stay on the field and make the kind of impact that you made last year. We waived running back Anthony Tyus and cornerback Devad Wilson with injury settlements. Tyus coming today and Wilson coming earlier this week. Frank Ragnow's retirement is official. So Frank Ragnow's retirement became official. We are working out running back Toa Tuya from the Michigan Panthers. He played for the Michigan Panthers this past season. And then former Tennessee Titan Jabari Small. I'm assuming these are just corresponding moves with waiving Tyus, and we do have 4 preseason games, so we're going to need some guys at running back because I assume Gibbs and Montgomery are not going to be playing much, and we're going to need some guys brought in at running back to kind of take the load off and get some reps and everything else like that. So tonight we're going to be doing a deep dive on the defense, and why not get it started with the man that we have been waiting to come back, Aiden Hutchinson, former second overall draft pick, just an absolute menace. He's going to be coming back with a vengeance. Front runner to win comeback player of the year. Hutch had 7.5 sacks last year in 4.5 games played. And he's the type of player that you plan for, game plan against, and he is a game changer. And with Hutch out there, our defense is going to be vastly improved. Getting after the quarterback, sealing the edge, getting in the backfield after the running back, and I, for one, cannot wait to see Hutch back on the field. Opposite of him, we have Marcus Davenport. So Marcus Davenport has been productive in his career when he's played, and that's the key question, when he has played, because Marcus Davenport has a injury history. Some may call him injury prone. If we can get any production out of Davenport, if he can stay healthy, that would be a win. We brought him back on a one-year prove-it deal again with some guarantees and also with some incentives. Davenport can do it. He's got the talent. He's a good player, but he's just got to stay healthy and he's got to stay on the field. And we could really benefit from having someone opposite of Hutch. I do think Zadarius Smith is still an option for us. I really do hope we bring him back. Zadarius last year had 5 sacks for Cleveland, 4 sacks for us, so he had 9 sacks total at 32 years old, and I really think Zadarius has got a lot left in the tank, and I really do hope we re-sign him and bring him back sooner rather than later. Jumping into it, Pascal, we touched on him already. You know, he's made some plays in his career. He showed flashes here and there. He is currently on the NFI list, and we need to get him back ASAP. So he can play, so he can develop more, so he can show us that, hey, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready to step up to the plate. Moving over to Al-Qaid Mohammed. I am really excited that we brought him back. He had 3 sacks in 7 games. Seemed like he was always in the backfield, always around the quarterback. Really good pressures last year. Really excited for this guy to be back. He's done it for quite some time now. And a very good depth piece to rotate in with Hutch and opposite of Hutch and all the other guys that we're going to be having on the defensive line. Moving over, Isaac Uku. Tore it up in the preseason last year, wrote it out on the practice squad. Another guy that can step up, show that he had a strong offseason. Really step up in training camp in the preseason and make plays like he did last year. Definitely a candidate to make the 53-man roster, but also make the practice squad. And then we're moving over to Ahmad Hassanan, the kid that we drafted out of Boise State, the kid that told Campbell that I'm ready to fucking die for you on the field. The kid has got a high motor, super athletic, really freaky athletic, only been playing football for a few years, and I think he's a really good pass rush specialist. Obviously, we're going to want to develop him into more than just a pass rush specialist, but that being said, hopefully he can show up in training camp, show him what he's made of, that high motor, that high octane, and then tear it up in the preseason. I'm sure he's going to be getting a lot of time in the preseason games, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do. Moving on, we're going to talk about Mitchell Agood. He's another one. He wrote out the preseason last year, brought him back on the practice squad. Another guy that had all season, last season, to develop on the practice squad. Realistically, all these depth places, all these guys, they have a chance to make the team. Same thing with Miles Adams. We brought him over from Seattle. He had a sack against San Francisco. Another guy that can step up. He's been around. He knows what it is, what it takes. Nate Lynn, another guy. Keith Cooper, Chris Smith, Raekwon Williams. I mean, these are guys that have been around. They've done it. You know, they're younger, but, you know, the job is there if you want it. You want to make plays. You want to make this team go out, show out in training camp, show up in the preseason games, and they're going to be given the opportunities, especially because we have the extra preseason games. So a lot of these guys are going to be getting a lot of playing time. Moving over to the defensive tackle spot, obviously Aleem McNeil, he's out until at least November per Dan Campbell. Really tough blow there. Aleem just signed a contract extension with us, 4 years, $97 million last season. Really just a really good run stuffer. Really good at sacking the quarterback and getting after him, and just really, I can't wait for us to get Aleem back, because defense is just going to be that much better with Aleem back. DJ Reader, another one. He played 16 games last season. He was hurt the first game. Came in, really think he had a really productive season. Came in, got 3.5 sacks. Just a guy to soak up double teams, so Hutch gets those one-on-one looks, and Our other edge rushers get their one-on-one looks, and DJ really had a solid season last year. Really looking forward to what he's going to do this year. And same thing with Roy Lopez. Roy Lopez has been around for a while. He's done it. He played in Arizona for a long time, and he's a guy that can come in, step up, make plays while we wait for some of the other guys to come back from injury. Tyleik Williams, first-round draft pick out of Ohio State. Get him back, or not get him back, get him in there and get him going and get his feet wet. And, it could be him and DJ up front with rotating guys in, and Tyleik has a chance to show what he's made of and why we drafted him in the first round. Really good run stuffer. Can get off after the quarterback, too, and get those sacks that you need. Really excited to see what Tyleik's going to bring to the table. Broderick Martin, he's a big one. So we traded 3 draft picks a few years ago to trade up and draft Broderick Martin. Really had some injury-prone history. Was really good shape last year before training camp. Heard them talking about that, and then he was injured. Kind of stayed injured all season. Didn't really come back. It's your time to shine. I really think it's now or never for him. We spent a 3rd-round pick on you. You haven't played in 2 years. For us, it's time to, put up or shut up and show us. Same thing with Wingo. We drafted Wingo last year. He's starting off the year on the PUP list. Hopefully he can get off that pretty quick, and we can see what he's going to do this year. And we got guys like Pat O'Connor. Pat O'Connor, we drafted him in 2017. He's been around. He's done it. He left, won a Super Bowl, came back last year, had a really good, solid season with us, solid game against Green Bay. Just a really all-around football guy. He knows the system. He's been here. He can step up to the plate. He can get it done. Like I said before, too, Chris Smith. Kind of all the guys that are hovering on the roster bubble. We got a lot of depth at defensive line, but it's like, the job's there. It's there for the taking. Who wants it? Who's going to make the team? Who's going to make the practice squad? And not only that, for a lot of these guys, it's a chance to show out for other teams. It's a tryout for other teams. You might not pan out here because we don't have a lot of open spots, but you might pan out somewhere else. So this is guys fighting for their job. Their life's on the line. Their family. Their livelihood. So. It's put up or shut up. Go out there and show them what you're made of, and make the plays. And at the end of the day, that's all you can do. Next, moving into the linebackers, we got Alex Anzalone. Hopefully, he shows up for training camp. There's been some stuff going on during the offseason. He skipped off-season workouts, which isn't a new thing for him. He's always skipped off-season workouts. But the language has been there that he does want a new contract. He has 1 year left remaining on his deal. Really, really, really solid player, and he's been like a heartbeat for our defense since 2021. He's a captain. He's a guy. He makes plays. He's very instinctive. He's always around the ball. He had back-to-back 100-plus yard tackle seasons. Getting after the quarterback. He's really good at blitzing the quarterback as well, and just an all-around good dude and a good football player, and the type of player that you want here in Detroit. Hopefully we can get a deal work done with him, because when he's on the team, or when he's on the field, the players play better. The defense plays better. He's really that heartbeat of the defense. He's the quarterback of the defense. He's a captain. He's a green dot guy. And last year when he played, before the injury, the defense was ranked like top 2 or 3, and then he got hurt when it was bottom 5, and then when he came back against Minnesota, gave us the juice we needed on defense, and really stepped up and really got the guys fired up. So hopefully we see Alex at training camp. Hopefully we can get an extension done with him. Really like him a lot. Really solid player. Moving over to his buddy right next to him, Jack Campbell. We drafted Jack Campbell in the first round a couple years ago. Season 1, kind of had quiet season, but he had 95 tackles. He was second on the team. Last year he led the team in tackles. Really good, hard-nosed, like smash mouth, like type of linebacker you want to have on your team. He hits hard. He's developed really good, and I think we're going to see Jack Campbell on a Pro Bowl level type season this year. If he could just develop in the pass game a little bit better, and really kind of elevate that game, that part of his game up. think Jack's going to have a really solid season this year. Rodrigo, same thing. He's always made plays for us. He's hurt. Can't wait for him to come back and just get back in the swing of things because he's made some good plays for us. He knows the system. He stepped up. He's been here. He's a vet now and a really good football player and really all a good around, person, to have on the team. And he steps up and he makes the plays when his number's called and, he's as tough as they come. We brought in Grant Stewart off of Indianapolis, a special teams guy. It's kind of like Jalen Reeves Maven's replacement right now. Grant has played linebacker. He's also played a lot of special teams. And we really value special teams on this team. So, big preseason, big training camp for him. Show him what you're made of. Special teams, defense. Another guy that I really like, and I was really happy that we elevated him last year, was Trevor Nowaski. He did have some sacks. He did have a pick. He's a hometown kid, and I think he's a really good all-around football player. I was happy that we brought him back last year. And, hopefully he can make some plays in preseason. He's going to have a lot of playing time, a lot of opportunities to show and kind of build off, the kind of solid season he had last year. Zach Cunningham, he's a really intriguing one. He's been around for a long time. Philly, Denver. He's got a lot of tackles. He's got a lot of playing time. Not so good in pass coverage, but, sometimes just having that veteran, leadership on the team, another vet in there, another guy that's been around. He's been there. He's done it. That's really good for the defense as a whole, and also the linebacker room was kind of having some of these young guys like Jack Campbell, and Stewart's pretty young too, and Rodrigo and Nowaski and everything like that. We also have Deron Gilbert, preseason guy last year. Really liked him, really solid. Another hometown kid, and we'll see what he brings to the table. Same thing with Anthony Pittman. Anthony Pittman, a big special teams guy. Played his entire career here, went to Washington last year. We brought him back last year. I was happy to re-sign him. Just another solid guy that knows the system. He's been around. He's done it. Really good on special teams. Moving over to cornerback. So my defensive breakout of the year candidate is going to be Terrion Arnold. He started the season off rough last year, drawing a lot of penalties. Kind of got better as the season went on. We really kind of threw him in the fold last year with some of the receivers he had to face, especially when Carlton Davis went down, Amik went down, and we're kind of like having guys drop like fries. He kind of just got thrown in the mix, which sometimes that's really good for players, especially in year one, because they know what to expect now. They've dealt with the tough guys. They've had to cover the top receivers. Plus, he gets to go up against Amon-Ra all the time and J-Mo in practice too. And iron sharpens iron, and I really think Terrion's going to have a really solid year too. He's a really good corner coming out of college at Alabama, and I'm really excited to see year two Terrion and what he can do. Jumping over to the other outside corner spot, DJ Reed. We brought him here 3 years, $47 million. Really got him on a bargain. DJ Reed is as tough as they come. He's been around. He's done it. He's played a lot of football. Smash mouth, in your face, not afraid to tackle, not afraid to hit, and really good man coverage and zone coverage. And I think DJ Reed is going to fit here like a glove. Dare I say better than Carlton did. Very excited for DJ Reed. Very excited for him to show us what he's got and what he's made of. Moving over, we got Amik Robertson, nickelback, slot guy, can also play outside. He's had a really solid career. He's really solid coming out of college. He was solid with the Raiders. Last year really stepped up when we needed him most. Just a really solid player. Really instinctive when it comes to tackling and reading the play and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see what Amik's going to do this year. He's also another guy due up for a contract extension, so we signed him to a 2-year deal. I wouldn't mind seeing him get another contract extension and be here kind of to help mentor and also play and step up when we need him to and stuff like that. Moving over, we got Ennis Rakestraw, second-round draft pick last year. Was really in line to start last year, got hurt. Never really recovered from it. He had a really solid training camp last year. Campbell came out and said that he had a really solid spring this year, really impressed him. So as long as he can stay healthy, I think Rakestraw is going to get his licks in, and I think he's going to really kind of show us what he's made of. See him in preseason. Hopefully we can get him out there in preseason and training camp a lot and see what he's made of. Moving over, we touched on Dorsey earlier. Khalil Dorsey, special teams guy, really good gunner. His leg's hurt. Can't wait for him to be back. He's pivotal on kick return and special teams. And also, if need be, we can put him out there at corner. He's got experience. He's been around. He's done it. Same thing with Avonte Maddox, hometown kid. Brought him in for Philly. Played his whole career at Philly. Won a couple Super Bowls. He's been around. He's done it. He's a hometown kid. He loves the city of Detroit. He loves, the Lions. Really excited to see what he's going to do. And they also talked about using him versatile between safety and corner. So really excited to see Maddox out there. Really excited we got him. Same thing, Rock Ya-Sin, drafted second round. Colts didn't really pan out there, bounced around. Another guy that's got a ton of experience, ton of play time. Primarily played special teams last year with San Francisco, but we like special teams around here. We take special teams around here serious with some of the trick plays we do and everything else like that, and we're really an all three phases team. Same thing, Stanley Thomas Oliver, hurt right now. Hopefully he can get back. He's on the NFI list. Practice squad guy last year. He knows. He's been here. He knows the system. He knows what it is. So hopefully we can get him back and get him some reps and stuff like that. And because really at this point at training camp, it's really you practically know like the guys that are going to make the team. There's a solid 40 guys that are going to make the team, and there's some spots open and some starters and stuff like that. So it's a chance for these guys to really like develop, put on a show for us, make it tough on us. Also show other teams, if it doesn't pan out here, because we do really have a stacked team at a lot of positions and a lot of superstar players and really, really good players. So it's just a chance for the young guys. Moving on, best safety duo in the league, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. Branch, drafted him in the second round. Really excelled his rookie season. Interceptions, sacks, tackles for loss. Last year really kind of came into his own. First Pro Bowl season. Just really, really solid. And I think Branch is going to be an All-Pro this year. Kirby, All-Pro, safety, 9 interceptions, led the league. 17 career interceptions through 3 seasons. He is 5 away from tying Ed Reed's record for the most interceptions by a safety through his first 4 seasons. Hopefully Kirby gets 6 or more. Enough said. Kirby's going to jump the ball. He's going to bait you. He's a really good ball hawk safety. Really good at tackling. Really good at coming up in the box and tackling. Same thing with Branch. Moving on, we got Maurice Norris. Guy last year, practice squad guy. Cut him, brought him back. He's been here. He knows the system. He's going to have some chances. Same with Lauren Strickland. We brought him in last year. Preseason guy. Really shined in the preseason. Practice squad guy. Brought him back. Same thing. With a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys are going to have a chance to step up. And I really feel like safety, too, because we don't really have, we have depth behind them. We don't really have a clear cut, so it could be Maddox, Norris, Ian Kennedy. A lot of these guys are going to get a chance. Strickland. And then we also drafted Dan Jackson out of Georgia. Really good special teams guy. I really hope he makes the team. Had some blocked field goals in college. He's played some safety. Really hard-nosed, like Dan Campbell, gritty football guy. I think he's going to really excel. And I'm really excited to see him during preseason. And I'm very excited for the boys. Training camp starts in a couple of days. Get out there, get some hits in. The Hall of Fame game is 2 weeks away. Training camp starts up soon. A lot of chance for the young guys to showcase what they can do and what we're kind of all about here. And then for the vets too, to sharpen up. And it's just the best time because training camp, you can make all those mistakes and correct them along the way. And really excited for this team and really excited for these guys, and I hope we can stay healthy because we don't want another 20-plus players on IR. We don't want Hutch to be hurt again. We don't want any of these boys to be hurt again. Because not only, does it suck as fans when your players get hurt, but it also sucks for the player itself and what they're going through and everything like that, and how much they put into it, and how much they care, and how much they prepare mentally and physically and all that stuff like that. And there's a lot that goes into it. I'm really excited for the defense. There's some questions at some positions. Linebacker, not having Rodrigo, defensive line having 4 guys to start out. Not practicing at the start of training camp is a little worrisome, but we get Hutch back. We got guys that step up to the plate. Hopefully, we can bring back Za'Darius, so bring in another veteran pass rusher to kind of help with the curve for the younger guys and fill that role if need be. Same thing with corner. I'm really excited to see how this corner situation shakes down, because I feel like we got a stacked corner room. We got Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed, Amik Robertson, Maddox, Rakestraw, Dorsey. So we got some depth at some positions across the board. Obviously, whoever wants those defensive line spots is there, rotational or not. Really exciting. Really, really excited. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to turn on the bell notifications so you get notified when an episode of Big D's All Things Lions drops. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.